What is going on, guys? Newton here with MMO Play, bringing you guys a look into the new Warlock class for Echo of Soul. With their last patch, they released some new content along with a new class, and upon release for this game, I know a lot of people have been waiting for this class. It's been available in the Korean version or the non-North American version, and finally it's out, and I'm going to go ahead and kind of give you guys an overview of the class, how it works, as well as just kind of see how it plays out. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with this class, it's basically, it plays like a mage, but it utilizes a lot of dots and CCs and other things like that. So let's go ahead and continue on to kind of showcase how some of the skills work. As far as things go, it's a pretty fun class. I enjoy it. It does take a little bit of setting up. Now, you can see I did change some skills around here, and I did set them up accordingly, so that way I can kind of use them within a sequence to get full use out of the class. And I think it's going to take a little bit of learning to use this class to its full potential, but once you kind of figure it out, it's going to be in a very, very annoying class in PvP. This is going to be one of those classes that you can kind of sit back, throw everything out, and then when the melee users are in the front lines, you kind of just like suck all the life out of the enemies. And it's going to be a very annoying class. Fun for you if you're playing it, annoying to play against, I believe. So, how the class works. Look, the class works as a mage, and it utilizes dots and other things like that, as well as channeling skills, as you saw here. So, what I use and what I found works pretty well when fighting enemies is, we start off with our skill over here. The first one is the Recurring Nightmare. It throws out a dot to the enemy. Once you use this, they'll start taking damage over time. Right after this, I throw, the Trailing Shade, which is just an attack that hits 3 times, and that gives you a little bit of extra DPS. And once you kind of lay those on, I throw out my my Tether, which is basically a channeling skill that's going to damage the enemies over time as long as I keep it channeling. Now with this skill channeling and using my dot, it racks up quite a bit of damage and does a good amount to the enemy. So this looks like a tough monster over here, so I'm going to go ahead and show you how to use it again. And while you're channeling enemies, you kind of get this other skill over here. This is more of a melee type skill. I think this is going to be kind of one of those finisher skills. Once the enemy's low, they get near you, you've applied all your dots, they get near you to start taking you out, apply this. This should probably finish them off. So let's go ahead and fight this monster over here. I'll kind of show you how kind of the system I've been using works, and it works pretty well. And like I said, this is going to be a very annoying class in PvP, but a lot of fun to play. So let's go ahead and throw out our dot, throw out our 3-hit, and we're going to go ahead and channel. And as you can see, the health is going down very, very fast. And the second our channel is over, we can press our 5 with our melee and take out the enemy. So using that kind of within the order that it's given there, you deal a ton of damage, and I think it's going to be a class that's, you know, heavily relies on dots and channeling skills and other stuff like that, which is, like I said, it's kind of like a mage because you are ranged and other stuff like that. You do cast and throw things out, but it's going to take a little bit of getting used to just to kind of get some combinations and get some good combos. But primarily most dot-based classes are pretty annoying, and I think it's going to be great in PvP, especially for dungeons as well. It's going to work pretty nicely for PvE because you can just apply dots, run away, and not really have to do much because as long as your dots are still on the enemy, they you'll constantly be doing damage. It'll probably be a little bit safer than most. So there we go, taking these guys out. Just kind of keep it using this sequence that we're using over there. Use that. We're gonna go ahead and channel, and right off the bat, this class does a ton of damage, which is nice. It's nice. It's fun, and it feels a little bit overpowered. But I haven't tested it out in PvP, but I can only imagine it's gonna be pretty great. So let's go ahead and continue on. We have to kill some of these guys over here. So let's go ahead and just keep doing what we've been doing because it works pretty well. And if you don't want that, we do have our primary skill over here, which we can cast pretty quickly. So I'll kind of show you guys. This is kind of our main skill. We can spam. It doesn't cost any mana. We can spam it pretty quickly. It doesn't do too much damage, but it's kind of one of those skills where if you're on cooldowns and you're waiting and you just want to utilize something so you can maximize your DPS, that'll kind of be the skill to use. So, alright, let's go ahead and take this guy out. Let's stop running away from him. As for other things as the class goes, it is ranged, so it's kind of best to utilize the range of the class. If enemies do get close to you, you're pretty squishy, and you will probably get taken out very, very easily. So as far as things go, make sure you utilize your CC and stuns and other things like that. Make best use of those so you can maximize your survivability in the game. Just the same, pretty much the same properties that go for a mage, but just a little bit different. So let's go ahead and keep taking these guys out. And overall, I'm enjoying the class quite a bit. And we can go ahead after we kill this guy over here. Let's go ahead and Stab him. Ooh, he has a little bit more health, so let's go ahead and stab him once again. Oh my gosh. There we go, now he's dead. So as far as things go, when the class progresses, it does have 2 different skill trees. It has the Tormentor and the Reaper. The Tormentor torments enemy souls with an array of attack like and agonizing curses. Torment using inflicts massive damage and unholy stuff. So I think it's gonna utilize some dots. So we can go ahead and check out the other skills they're gonna acquire here. So deals damage every second. That's pretty good. So they apply a dot. This one is deals damage to curse target over 45 seconds. The dot begins at 42. For every 5 seconds the damage it deals, damage increases 10%. Wow, that is pretty insane. I think this is going to be an interesting class. It's going to be a very annoying one, like I said, in PvP. Just the dots. These dots seem super powerful. So let's go ahead and keep checking this out. This one is another attack. Links to the enemy within 10 meters for 5 seconds. So this is another channeling skill that we get here. And another dot. Now as for the Reaper, calling upon the powers of the grave. And I wonder if this is going to be a summons class. If we get to summon stuff, this is going to be pretty interesting. So, warp to the target, dealing damage of 104% attack, inflicting minus 10% movement speed, so pretty nice. Affected targets are immobilized for 1 second, pretty good. Increases attack speed, decreases Reaper skill cooldowns, nice. Deals flame damage to all enemies, so some AoE stuff. Ignores damage, can be used regardless of normal effects. While the effects maintain, you cannot take any action. So it seems like it's going to be split off between kind of a ranged casting class and utilizing some more melee with kind of like the special blade we have over here. So it's going to be a very interesting class and how it splits. It seems like it works as kind of a mage that applies dots and other things like that, which is going to be very, very annoying. Or you can split off and kind of be kind of an assassin-like class, which is a very interesting concept behind the class in general. It has 2 completely different play styles, so it's very unique depending on how you build it, which skill tree you go into, making it a class that could pretty widely appeal to most people. Just because if you don't like casting and if you want to go to melee, or if you like both and you want to switch it off and other things like that, you do have those options, and I think it's going to be a pretty fun class kind of once you get into it. And right off the bat, I'm enjoying it quite a bit, even with the range and the dots and other things like that, and the melee. Everything does work very, very well together, and overall, it's a pretty cool class. I like it. I'm very excited to see how it's going to work in dungeons and late game and other stuff like that. But generally, right off the bat, taking a look in this class, it's very powerful, it's very fun, it's unique, and I think it's a nice class. It's a nice addition to the game. So if you guys have enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. But until next time, guys, I will talk to you later.